Hey, what's up, guys? NCOT Gloves. So, I haven't posted in a while from work and travel ball starting back up. Haven't had much time, but finally been able to get time and making this video right now. So this is going to be a video on what glove is right for you type thing. So these are just from my observations from gloves I've had and what teammates had. Run down the list. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. Catcher's gloves. Most catcher's gloves, pretty standard. There's no separate type of pocket. It's all the same. There's the open back, like how this one is, and then there's a closed back version where this will be all gone. They'll be able to finger slip, and then there's usually like a finger hood right here. But there's like a little opening if you prefer to have your finger out, but there's those two options for catcher's gloves. Then there's the lacing. This will make the bar lacing how this one is. This one has 3. A lot of other companies like Rawlings I know has 4. And then there's X lacing you can ask for if you're getting a custom or if you're getting relaced. Like, I know Wilson does the X lacing on their catcher's gloves, which I don't know. I don't like how it looks, the X lacing. I'm not a big fan of it. But, yeah, some people are. And for catcher's gloves, it's usually 32.25 inches to 35 inches. Like this one is a 33.5, so kind of in the middle, kind of on the smaller side. Definitely if you're younger, go with the smaller sizes to be able to work on, and then when you get into bigger sizes, you can keep the smaller glove to work on for training also. Yeah, there's not a whole lot with different types of styles of catcher's gloves. They're all pretty close to the same for the most part. So yeah, they're catcher's gloves. The older you are, stronger that you are, you can get the bigger glove, or if you like a smaller glove. It's really the size of the glove is really up to you and what you like to play with. Next, let's go to pitcher's gloves. Pitcher's gloves, usually 11.5 to 12.25, usually right in that area. Both of mine are 11.75 for the Rawlings. With this glove, there are a lot of different versions. There's the open back, there's fast back. You can do either one. It's really up to you. Like, you get the fast back, like how the Outfielders gloves are for their pitchers. Like, Sean Manaea uses a fast back. Stroman has a fast back. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head who I know uses a fast back on the mound. Depending on the pitcher, and depending if you have the open back, you can add a finger hood, which I do have on this, or wherever is most comfortable for you. So for pitchers, you can use whatever type of web you want. Like, you can go out and use this web, you can use iWeb, just depends on what the pitcher likes. But you can get a dual hinge, like how this one is, a dual hinge, or there's 2-piece. There's basket web, like what Verlander uses. Yeah, Verlander uses a basket. 2-piece like this, like how Kershaw, more than that Kershaw uses, the most standard pitchers uses the 2-piece or the dual hinge. There's the trapeze, which is I like it. I guess I don't have a trapeze with me, but it's kind of like the Outfielder's trapeze, but there's a spot on top like how this H web does. There's a mod trapeze, which is more together. It's not like as loose of like lacing that goes around right here. It's more pulled closer together, so it's not completely closed off like this. There's one piece full, I know, so it's like this entire thing, the entire web is just one piece of leather. That's on most glove builders, I believe, do have that, if that's something that you're interested in. So, overall, it depends on the picture if you really want a closed web or not, but it's just a preference thing or a look thing, depending on which one that you like. Infield. First baseman would be a different category. Infield. This is the only infield glove I got at the moment. Most infielders do have the open back. They don't usually go with the closed back. There is some Rawlings hard to hide Horwings out there that they have the closed back, but I don't. I prefer having the open back so I have my finger out. So you have single welting, how this one is. You have dual welting, how the A2000s have them, where it goes down right here and there's a little spot in the middle. That's not really performance based. Well, I guess it could be a little bit performance based. To me, it makes the glove a little bit deeper when I had my A2000, but again, that could have just been how I broke it in. There's crown tip. For different types of gloves, there's the crown tip, which I don't believe Wilson does, but I know 44 and Rawlings do. Or I think Wilson did do it. They did it on the Miguel Cabrera on his custom infield glove. They did a crown, but I don't see many A2000 or Wilson crown tips. 574, like how this one is, or in Rawlings, like the Rawlings model would be a Pro 204. This is the 574 from Rawlings, or from 44. For sizes, for second base, a lot of second basemen usually use smaller gloves, so like 11 to 11 and a half. Just so they have clear transfers. Shortstop, usually right around 11 and a quarter, 11.75. Again, they don't want to get the ball. They want to have quick transfers. They don't want to have to be digging around a whole lot. Then third base, usually ranges a little bigger, 11, sometimes 11 and a half, but usually 11.75 to 12 and a quarter. Like this is 11.75. For mine, I got 11.75, broke it in, so I had a pretty deep pocket. But at third, you usually have a little bit more time for the most part, because usually unless if it's like a slow roller, it's usually hit pretty hard at you, so you want a little bit bigger glove out there to be able to get the ball and be able to make a strong throw across. For webs, there's the typical eye web that people have, which is just this, but this part would be smaller. Usually there is X lacing on eye webs. I don't really see it. Most gloves will have, like this, will have the X lacing, unless if you ask for this. There's the H web, which would be like this. Outfield's glove. There is an H web. There's the one piece, which is almost like this, but it would instead be one full piece about that high. This bottom part wouldn't be there, and this would just be one piece of leather right there, which usually will have either the bar or the X, depending on what you would want. Single post, like the Evan Longoria, the EL3, or the DP15, Dustin Pedroia's glove, has the one piece, which is just has one piece going down and this piece up here, and then one piece that goes across right there. Sometimes a basket also, some people have. I don't know many people who have a basket that uses it for infield. Obviously Jeter did. That's he used a basket web. But again, it's all preference of what type you like. First base, sticking on the infield. Most first base gloves usually are basically all the same, like same design. There is a closed back version that Rawlings, Believe 44, and Wilson, they all do. Most companies usually have closed back. I have open back on both of mine. Closed back is usually, if you want your finger out, you have to break it in traditional, just because we're trying. You have to like move your hand around, or your finger like around the hole, if you were to do like two in the pink. First baseman's glove usually range from 12.5 to 14 inches. This is a 13 inches to my gamer right now. 13 inches is pretty good size. I don't like it being too small, where it's like, I don't have a big enough pocket, feels like, but I don't want it too big because I don't want it to weigh too much. So I want to be able to move it around pretty easily. For webs, there are usually only 3 webs. There's the 2-piece web, which is, there'll be like 1 piece going right down the middle, and then like 1 and then 2, like bigger pieces of leather that go across right there, or right here. There's the H web, which this is, like that. A lot of outfielders' gloves, or some infielders' gloves, is the H web. And then there's the like kind of like a single post, kind of like this. This is kind of like the 2-piece in a way, but this is the 2 pieces is a little bit bigger pieces of leather. It's like this will be a piece, and then this will be a piece down here. So again, it's preference. So I feel like the H web gets you a pretty deep pocket. The other ones, this one is not the most expensive glove or anything, so this glove got me a pretty deep pocket for the most part, just because I broke it in. But again, it's preference. Some people like having a deep, short pocket at first. I don't really understand why. For you, I would assume most people want a deep pocket just so you're able to secure the ball when you get it. And then finally, we're going to go into outfield gloves. Outfield, let's go with the size of the glove first. Usually the smallest is 12.5, which is pretty small for the most part. I don't know a lot of outfielders who use a glove that small, at least full-time outfielders. And it can go up to 13.25. I have seen a couple 14s, which is crazy large. It's an extra inch larger than this. This is a 13-inch, which is big enough for what I need it for. But again, the younger you are, or stronger that you are, it depends on the size glove you are, how big, like how tall you are usually, or not exactly how tall, but like it's a feeling thing. Some people feel like the glove feels massive, so they want to go smaller. They feel like their hand fits too much in there, so they want to get a little larger glove. For outfield, there's the closed back, like how this one is, or there's just the standard open back, like how all the other gloves I have are. With outfielder, there's usually there's a lot of different types of webs that people use. One of the most common in the MLB, and I've seen overall, is the H web. It's very secure. It's got this leather piece up here, so when you're fielding ground ball, like, you know it's gonna be there. A lot of people like the 6-finger or the net web. It's called. I believe it's called Rawlings website, but it's like, so come down and be an extra, like, kind of like looking like one of these finger places, but go down and it looks like finger places, and it's like a trapeze right here, and it's all laced up here, except for where the fingers, they'll lace it all the way through, which a lot of people like that. There's also a very common one, but I know H-Web is a preferred one by most MLB players. The trapeze, there is the T-trapeze web, which is, you have one piece coming down right here and the leather on top, and then it will come down with the laces for more of the web, which is on my other Outfielder's glove, my dad's Outfielder's glove, which is in his truck, so I don't have it with me. Then there's, alright, so the H-Web, or then there's normal trapeze, like how Mike Trout's glove is. Like how Mike Trout's Nike glove was, and how his current Rawlings glove is. So yeah, that's from my knowledge of what gloves are right for each type of person. Usually the younger you are, or depending on how small, like how big you are, type thing. Bigger gloves, smaller gloves, it's really just a preference thing. For the most part, Infield will have smaller gloves than Outfield. Catcher's gloves are a whole different animal in itself. Same with first base. It's not completely different, but there's a pretty big difference when you're dealing with the two of those, especially with glove sizes. And yeah, Outfield will have a bigger glove, and that is all the positions of what types of gloves there are and which glove would be right for you when you're deciding to get a new glove. I say thanks for watching. Go follow me on NCal Gloves on Instagram. Also subscribe, like, and comment on here for more videos. Let me know what you guys like to see. And I'll see you guys whenever the next video comes out.